My name is Enrique.
My name is Alberto.
I'm from here. I'm from Seville. I'm born and raised here. And well, right now, I'm taking the exam for the certificate of advanced English. And well, for a living, I work in a government service for this region in Spain. The service I work for is devoted to export promotion for companies of Andalusia. That's what I do for a living.
I come from Seville. It is a great city in the southern part of Spain with a lively town, and it is also close to some nice countryside. Since I was a child, with 8 years or so, my father always made me keep in mind that English is very important in today's world, so it's very important to me. I'd rather say that I prefer study alone, because it's for me more easy focus on whatever I'm studying.
Well, I have visited a number of countries because of my job, but there is one trip I remember with affection, particularly, which is the travel to Canada along with my family. We visited the tourist area where Canada and the United States are divided by a waterfall. It's the Niagara zone, and there is a tiny tourist village there. It's a lovely place, and well, I remember that trip with particular affection. The first two pictures definitely show flags, but they are used in very distinct ways, in very different ways. I'd say that the first picture shows flags as part of the decoration in a village. There is probably a celebration going on, and they have hang flags all around. So those are small flags depicting the different countries. Well, it's a decoration, and it's nice to see them, but the use is symbolic. Nevertheless, the second picture shows the flag with a very practical use, which is a flag in the middle of a beach. So it's probably a security signal, so that people don't use the beach and don't swim, don't go into water for swimming, in case the flag turns into some predefined color. So it has a practical use rather than a symbolic.
In my opinion, it's the second one, because the flag warns people if it's or not safe swimming, and sometimes with the currents could pull under the people, and they could get drowned. So I think it's very important, especially if children on the beach. Okay. In the first pictures, there is a wheel which I think is used for obtaining energy with the current of a river, and I I think it's very important because you can obtain energy with no fuel, and it's a renewable way of obtaining energy. I think it's the best. The best way. And the second one, there is a craftsman doing pottery, and I think it's useful because you can create objects for decoration or practical uses. That's all.
Well, let's see. The first picture shows a wheel that is not properly operated by anybody, but it works on its own. So, in this case, the difficult thing was probably to design this device so that it works on its own because of the flow of the water. The second one does require the expertise of somebody that turns the wheel properly at the right speed, and at the same time uses his or her hands to work the clay. So the second one needs more expertise and is more complicated to use. Maybe not to devise, but to use, yes, with no doubt. Okay, I go first?
Yeah. So.
Okay, the first picture depicts children in a school.
Mm-hmm.
It seems that there are posters placed on walls informing about things like healthy eating, which is a nice thing to do. I mean, giving info to kids and having them the info handy is good for them to remember how the habits can contribute to a healthy life. I don't think this is one of the most critical measures, but well, education, it helps, definitely.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think it's always better safe than sorry. And I think it's very important that children being educated so they can take a good lifestyle, health.
Sure, but it's not more important than giving that direct care as shown in the second picture.
Yeah.
If we have to choose, I'd say that it is more important to give the healthcare service rather than informing about it or giving info on how to have good habits, because this one is really needed.
Yeah.
This is distinctive of a modern society, I'd say. So this one and similar measures such as the third one, the emergency service. These two ones are essential, in my opinion.
Yeah,
what do you think?
I totally agree with you. It's the emergency services is very important because if you get injured, you can the ambulance can take you to the hospital where you can be assisted.
Absolutely, absolutely.
What about the fourth picture? What do you think?
Okay, 4th and 5 are another ways of giving info. The direct line, a phone line, and an info line. Well, this definitely helps in some moments, of course, having a doctor handy so that you can make a consultation or fix a doubt concerning the health of your kids or your elders. Well, this helps, of course. And giving out leaflets, well, yeah, this is informative, this helps. But compared to the 6th one, the one in which you can see an elder being taken care of, well, this one is crucial also. This is a sign of a modern society, taking care of the elders. This is indispensable, I'd say. What do you think?
I think the last one is important, but I also think that the fourth and the fifth one could be neglected because I don't think they can be so useful like the others.
Yeah, in case you have to choose.
Yeah, and I think the last one is very important, especially in today's world, because there are a lot of elderly men and they could be assisted in their own homes.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Maybe we are too reliant on the chemistry rather than on healthy habits. Yeah, and especially in this country where the access to medicines is particularly easy, or it used to be. So I think yes, we tend to abuse of the use of medicines rather than taking measures for for living a healthy life. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I think nowadays people used to have the antibiotics for every problem issues about the health they have, and I think it's better if they use another ways to heal themselves. Okay, I think it will be great if hospital could be decorated with funny colors in the walls and with child themes. And also some shows could be arranged for their entertainment. I don't know, what do you think?
Yeah, the measures you mentioned are important. I'd say that children's hospital these days have advanced a lot in making the stay comfortable for kids. For instance, rooms are bigger, have more space so that parents can stay with kids during the day and even during the night. Also, I think that doctors and professionals of medicine try not to be intimidating